Before we start this video, I just quickly wanted to say we are on a mission to hit 2K subscribers, and we are so close. Every subscriber counts, so it would help out a lot if you could subscribe, and thank you.
Sunrise.
So the Nintendo Direct rumors are continuing as usual, but as I said in my previous video, we're not here to talk about when the next potential Nintendo Direct could be, because we've spoken about it twice now, and honestly, this could just go on for days, man. A new leaker will come out and say, hey, the Nintendo Direct's going to be on this day, and then some random Twitter user that for some reason everyone believes will say, no, it's going to be on this day. So yeah, this could just be a back and forth going on for ages. But I do just quickly want to say that just because this Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Direct has been announced, which probably should have aired by the time I've uploaded this video, to me that doesn't deconfirm that a Direct is still going to happen this month. Anyways, enough about when the next Nintendo Direct could potentially be. As I said in my previous video, I want to start talking about what we can expect to see at the next Nintendo Direct, and apart from the obvious things such as the next wave of Mario Kart 8 DLC or Splatoon 3 being there is something else that I am extremely confident that will be there, and that is the next update for the Nintendo Switch Online service. Now, I believe there's three possibilities here. At the very least, they will show us the next wave of upcoming Nintendo 64 games and possibly the Mega Drive or Sega Genesis games. Or they could announce an entirely new system or systems, which we'll talk about later in the video. Or they just do both of those, which would be absolutely great, which would of course be the best possible scenario out of all of this. But firstly, let's talk about the current state of Nintendo 64 on Nintendo Switch Online. Obviously, recently they've just announced Pokemon Snap is coming to the service on the 24th of June, which I'm extremely excited for. But as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, that is now the last Nintendo 64 game coming to the service that we know of, because a few Nintendo Directs ago, when they first announced that Nintendo 64 is coming to the service, they showed us the games that are coming at launch and then a bunch of games we can expect to see after, which I thought was amazing. That's great. At least we know that in the coming months we've got some games to look forward to. We're not just left in the dark. I definitely don't think that's it for Nintendo 64. I mean, there's so many games they still need to add. They're definitely not done adding games, but I don't just think they're going to leave us in the dark like they did with the NES and SNES days, because they still need to convince a lot of people to upgrade to the expansion pack, because some people, and rightly so, don't think it's worth it yet. So I believe it is in their best interest to show us at least a few games that we can expect to see in the future, and let's talk about what those games could potentially be. So in no particular order, at first I have Super Smash Bros, the original one, of course. This is one of the most iconic Nintendo 64 games of all time. They're gonna need to add it to the service. Another game that is just amazing and is one of my favorite N64 games and GameCube games, and the whole series is just underrated as a whole, that is Wave Race. I hope to see Wave Race 64. I also hope to see Excitebike 64. I love the Excitebikes. And also 1080 Snowboarding, another fantastic series that has unfortunately just vanished from existence. Also another game that has quite a mixed reception, and that is Donkey Kong 64. Another fan favorite game though that they definitely need to add is Diddy Kong Racing. Again, I know these games are made by Rare, but the Nintendo owned IPs. They didn't have issues with Donkey Kong Country, and they've added Banjo-Kazooie, for crying out loud, which isn't a Nintendo IP. So yeah, these two games I feel like are going to come. When Diddy Kong Racing does come, it's going to be a huge deal. I feel like they're sort of going to like string us along with this one like they did with Earthbound, because they know it's a fan favorite. Yeah, so I think we'll eventually see it, but whether or not it'll be in the next wave, I don't know. Another fan favorite, another classic, Pokemon Puzzle League. They're going to need to bring one Pokemon game over from the Nintendo 64 library. There isn't many, so I feel like this will be a pretty safe bet. But another Pokemon game that is probably a little less likely to come over, unfortunately, but I still think has a high chance, which we're going to speak a little bit more about again towards the end of this video, is Pokemon Stadium. I truly believe if they bring Game Boy games over to the Nintendo Switch Online service, they will have some sort of compatibility with Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow and Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, that would be so sick, bro. It would be like reliving the childhood days, even though I didn't play these games. Well, I did play the original Pokemon games, but not Stadium as a kid. But just imagine being able to connect Pokemon Red and Blue to Stadium again. Yeah, it would be amazing. It would be sick. Anyway, Harvest Moon 64. I know this isn't a first-party game, but I'd still love to see it come back. We have seen third-party games come in the past. So yeah, this would be kind of cool. They're not going to pull this game over. So yeah, I feel like they'll work with Nintendo to get this game over. And lastly, I don't think there will be any Mario Party games on this service. Unfortunate, yes, I love the original three Mario Party games, especially Mario Party 2. But honestly, bro, I just think the games still hold up so well to this day. People love these games so much. They're fan favorites. People consider them to be the best Mario Party games. So I don't think they're going to bring it over, man. I just think it's going to compete with Mario Party Superstars, especially how that game has like all the remastered courses and everything. Yeah, I don't think they'll do it. I don't think they'll do it. If they do, maybe they'll bring Mario Party 1 over and that's it. But not 2 and 3, man. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. That's enough about Nintendo 64 Online. Let's talk about the next systems I believe we're going to see. So you've all seen the leaks, you've all seen the rumors, which happened a few months ago. I think I recorded a video for this, but never uploaded it. But yeah, so these rumors, they're leaks. Let's call them what they are. They're leaks. They're not rumors, they're leaks. There's no one questioning whether or not these are legit or not. They have been literally tested. They've tested the emulator, the code that they leaked on Nintendo Switch. People have tried it out with their hacked Nintendo Switches, and they're like, yeah, this is legit. This is legitimate. So I don't think that's up for question. But the question is, when will we have these new systems on the service? And honestly, man, I don't think there's any time to waste. You know, the Nintendo Switch days are numbered. Again, they're still wanting to convince people to upgrade to the expansion pack. So as much as it's going to irritate people, I do think GBA will be exclusive to the expansion pack, and if Game Boy comes at the same time, it'd be weird for them to just completely skip Game Boy and just go straight to Game Boy Advance. So I feel like they'll do them both at the same time, or maybe Game Boy first, I don't know. But what I think is likely to happen is that they'll do Game Boy for the original service with NES, SNES, and then Game Boy, and then Game Boy Advance for the expansion pass. If they put Game Boy in expansion pass, that's kind of dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, it makes it even more worth it, but come on, it's Game Boy games talking about here, bro. That's dirty. That is dirty. At least give the base tier members something new, right? You know, instead of these crappy NES and SNES games that no one's asking for. So yeah, Pokemon games with the trading function and connectivity to Pokemon Home would be insane, bro. But at the very least, you know, we can expect the safe games to be there on Game Boy, like the Metroids and Minish Cap and some of the Mario like remakes. I know there's not an original Mario platformer on GBA, but they'll add some of like the Super Mario World ports, maybe, I don't know. And then with Game Boy, yeah, it'd be pretty cool to get like the Oracle games from Zelda, the original Pokemon games, Pokemon Pinball, stuff like that. Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. And also Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire. That's one of the games we saw on the leak, and that's just a safe game to be there. So, and Mario Kart Super Circuit. Listen, we could go on all day, but bro, I am counting on Nintendo Switch Online updates to be at this next Direct. Like I said, man, they're going to need to announce something. They're going to need to convince people. So I think at the very least, we'll see the Nintendo 64 games. And if not in this next Direct, soon we will see GBA come to the service. And if Pokemon isn't there, yo, I'm going to have a chat with my guy, but yo, it's going to annoy me. Listen, I'm done ranting. Yeah, see you later.
Sunrise.